Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. Thank you ever so much for the great response on the first video. I thought I'd make a second one for you here. So, we're going to learn Shadow to the Light on the guitar today. At the start of the video, I'll go through how to play each chord. But if you already know the chords C, D minor, C over E, F, A minor, G and G over B, you can skip to here where I'll be playing through the track. The key of the song is F major. But we're going to be playing with a capo on the 5th fret and we're going to be playing C major shapes. Our first chord is indeed the C major. So again, with talking about finger numbers, we're talking 1, 2, 3 and 4. And we've got the C major is the 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the A string. Then we've got the 2nd finger on the 7th fret on the D string. Then we've got the 1st finger on the 6th fret of the B string, and I've got the thumb stretching over and it's muting the bottom string here. Our next chord is the C over E. We have our C chord just here, and what we do, instead of muting the bottom string, we have that open. The next chord we're going to cover is the D minor. So we have our 1st finger on the 6th fret of the top E string. We have our 2nd finger on the 7th fret on the G string. And we have the 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the B string. Again, the thumb is stretching over to mute the bottom string. Our next chord is the F major. This is a bar chord, but I'll also show you a different way that I play it, which makes it a wee bit easier coming from the C major. So the bar chord shape is we have our 1st finger barred across the 6th fret, so that is barring across every string. Then we have our 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the G string. We have the 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the A string. And then we have our 4th finger on the 8th fret of the D string. Another way that we can play this chord that makes it a bit easier coming from the C major chord is to have our thumb wrapped around the guitar and it's on the 6th fret on the bottom E string. Then we have our 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the A string. Our pinky, our 4th finger, is on the 8th fret of the D string. Our 2nd finger is on the 7th fret on the G string. And our 1st finger is on the 6th fret of the B string. Now with the 1st finger, if it's possible to do a half bar, you can play the half bar across the 6th fret on the B string and the E string, but if it's too difficult, don't worry, just play the 1st finger and allow your 1st finger to mute the top string. The next chord that we're going to do is the A minor. So we're going to have our 1st finger on the 6th fret on the B string, the 2nd finger on the 7th fret on the D string, and our 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the G string. And we're going to stretch the thumb round and mute the bottom string. The last two chords that we're going to learn are very similar, but we're going to start with the G major shape. So we have the 1st finger on the 7th fret on the A string. We have the 2nd finger on the 8th fret of the bottom E string. We have the 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the B string. We have the 4th finger on the 8th fret of the top E string. The last chord that we're going to do is the G over B. So it's very similar to this one. All we need to do is take off the 2nd finger from the bottom E string and replace it with the thumb, which comes round and mutes it.
Listen to the words I have for you. Lend me your ear, hold my hand, call me brother. Every word I promise will be true. There's a place I see in the for Saturday night coming round again. Hold on to me till it's over, 'cause I can't remember the last time I was sober, from the morning to the night. Oh, hold on to me till it's over, 'cause I can't remember the last time it was so far, from the shadow to the light. Well, lately I confess I am tempted by the notion of a wayfarer wandering the earth, the streets of the cities, the currents of the ocean, miles from the country of my birth. There's a place where fear disappears in the light of an honest friend, and the young men dying for Saturday night coming round again. Hold on to me till it's over, 'cause I can't remember the last time I was sober, from the morning to the night. Oh, hold on to me till it's over, 'cause I can't remember the last time it was so far, from the shadow to the light. There's a place I see in the all too distant light of the sun and rain, but no matter what lies ahead of us now, we will be okay. Hold on to me till it's over, 'cause I can't remember the last time I was sober, from the morning to the night. Oh, hold on to me till it's over, 'cause I can't remember the last time it was so far, from the shadow. Hold on to me till it's over, 'cause I can't remember the last time I was sober, from the morning to the night. Oh, hold on to me till it's over, 'cause I can't remember the last time it was so far, from the shadow to the light.
Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed learning the guitar chords to Shadow to the Light. The guitar chord sheet is available in the description below, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the latest Tidelines content. All the best. Cheers.